Hub, go on, Sport Betting Hub.
What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, back again with another video. Carrying on the Premier League countdown. We're only 4 days away now from a Premier League season that feels like it never ended. Thank you to Oddschecker, who are sponsoring this series of videos. You can go and check out Oddschecker in a link in the description down below. If you fancy a flutter and you're a big betting fan, you know you like to put on the coupons over the weekend to give yourself an extra bit of incentive to watch the games, you can go and check out there. What it does is it checks all the odds against all the big major betting sites for you, so you don't have to fiddle around going to one to the other to get the best odds. If I was to describe it, it's a bit like Uber Eats. I've been saying go compare, but it's a bit like Uber Eats for the betting world. So go and check them out. As I say, link in the description down below. It will help us out greatly if you do that. It's your one-stop betting shop for all your betting needs. So go and check them out. Fantastic. And as we're talking about opening day fixtures, I've got a little list here that I compiled myself about opening day fixtures, maybe busting some myths because it feels like we always lose. You can pick up with... Amazingly, we are favourites to beat Newcastle on the opening day. You can go and pick up the best odds at Oddschecker. We are currently 6-5 in the best odds to beat Newcastle on the opening day at home at the London Stadium. So let's take a look at some of our past opening fixtures and see whether we can feel confident. Well, a little bit by numbers. We've been in the Premier League. We're just looking at the Premier League. We're not looking at 120 odd years of of opening day fixtures. Just in all the times we've been in the Premier League. We started in the Premier League 93, 94. We've had 3 seasons out of it since then. So in total, we played 24 games for the opening. 24 times in the Premier League. So we've got 24 opening games to have a look at. Amazingly, which is, I think, busting a little bit of a myth that I've got here. We've won 10 of 24, which I find amazing. Obviously lost 13. Before the horrendous run of games since the London Stadium, we'd won more than we'd lost, which I find baffling, to be quite honest with you. Won 10, lost 13, only drawn the once. So if you're looking at the betting odds for this week, we've only drawn once, and that was in 94, 95, a 0-0 draw against Leeds at Upton Park. No surprise here. We haven't won none of our opening fixtures since we moved into the London Stadium, but only one of them were played at home. That was Man City, obviously, our heaviest defeat last year. We have played Newcastle one time before in an opening day fixture. That was back in 02-03 at St James's Park, opening day fixture. You remember that season, obviously, as a season we went down with a heavy 4-0 loss there at St James's Park. We've scored 24 goals overall in the opening day fixture, but let in 41. We've played a few teams twice: Liverpool, Arsenal, Villa, Spurs and Chelsea since we got into the Premier League. And obviously Newcastle will be their second time playing them on the fixture. This is amazing as well, seeing as we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 away from home and 1 at home in the last 5 seasons. We've played exactly 50% of our games at home, as you know, the same amount at home as we have away. Now, you would be forgiven for thinking this because my memory doesn't serve me right, because every time we seem to get drawn in the Premier League, I always remember it being an away trip, obviously, since I've been travelling and everything else. The last home game, apart from the City game, was a Spurs loss at Upton Park. Everyone since then has been away. This, hold on a minute. So the 2-0 away win at Arsenal was our last win. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 losses since then. It's not looking too peak, to be quite honest with you, because in the last 6 years, we've played a member of the top 6 sides. in all 6 games. So Newcastle obviously breaks that curse. You let me know. Do we win? Do we lose this home game to Newcastle? People seem to be putting their money on us beating Newcastle. And let's be honest, this is going to be a vital game because we've got an horrendous run of fixtures after this one. You know, the likes of Man City, Leicester, Wolves, Arsenal, Liverpool, all coming up, Tottenham, all coming up after this home game against Newcastle. With the problems, obviously, at West Ham at the moment, the alleged problems at West Ham at the moment, you could be forgiven to say that we could lose this one, but let's be positive. Everything coming at this club this week's been negative. Let's be positive. Let's look in 4 days' time, when the Premier League season kicks off. Let's get behind the boys, you know, regardless of what state, regardless of who goes out there, and make sure we pick up those, which I'm sure is going to be very vital points. Thank you very much for joining us on this video on West Ham Fan TV. Comment in the comment section down below. Do you think we'll win? Do you think we'll draw? Do you think we'll lose? I'm always looking at your comments. Please don't think that I don't read the comments because I'm always scrolling through the comments. Thank you so much, George Checker, again for sponsoring this series of videos. We'll be back tomorrow with another video when we're just 3 days away and we can start getting into the previews and everything else. Check out all our other content that we've done for the last 6 or 7 days for Roger Checker. As I say, the link's in the description down below. If you're over 18, it's only available to over 18s, and please gamble responsibly if you're going to download that app. Thank you so much for joining us. One thing left to say, come on your hands, drop a pencil.